Hey, it's Emily, and welcome back to EA Tarot, you guys. It has been a while. December, like halfway through December into early January was like absolutely chaotic. And so I kind of just disappeared for a little bit, but I'm back and I wanted to do all the fun December tags. However, my life just did not allow for that at that point in time. So I'm going to do a little bit of tarot reflection, I suppose. And we're just going to kind of kick it off with my top 5 tarot decks for 2025. So let's just kind of, let's just get into it. Okay, so the first deck that I pulled for this is the Mios Tarot. I love this deck. I had wanted this deck for a really long time, and then finally around my birthday, I got it for myself. Now, if you're not familiar with the deck, it is a fairly pricey deck. So yeah, even though I had it on my wish list for a really long time, it was just one that, you know, it was like a treat. And so, yeah, I'm super happy I got it. It is beautiful. Now, it's on this list as one of my top 5 decks purely for the fact that I am just super, super excited that I was finally able to purchase it, honestly. I've been working with it a little bit. I kind of like phase in and out of it for whatever reason. But I've been really just enjoying getting to know it and absorbing the artwork here because it is phenomenal. I do find that the size of the cards are actually really difficult for me to shuffle with, and so do with that what you will, but like the cardstock it's huge. It's like really long, which is weird for me because I don't have any other decks this shape. But it's beautiful. I love it. And this to me just gives, something worth the vibes. And so I really love it for that. But yeah, this is just a gorgeous deck and I'm super excited to have it in my collection. And it's one that I'm proud to have. And so that's definitely why it has made its way onto this list for one of my top 5 decks, coming in number 5 for 2025, because I'm so happy I finally have it. I love it and I cannot wait to get to work with it more. This tower card is probably also one of my most favorite depictions of the tower in the tarot. Some of the artwork here is really unique and unusual, and I am just totally here for it. I really love this. I don't know. It's super pretty. But yeah, that is the Mios Tarot. So now moving forward, I'm going to try so hard to not have this video flagged or anything like that. I honestly, if I wanted to, I probably could have chose decks that were a bit more, digestible, I suppose, for YouTube, but I kind of really just wanted to stay true to myself with this. And so my 4th deck in my top 5 for 2025 is the Wild Eden Tarot. This was sent to me by Llewellyn, which is the North American distributor for Lo Scarabeo. And I am so happy to have this. If you are triggered by nudity or anything of that nature, just, you've been warned, but I'm going to try really hard to not show anything that is too questionable, I suppose. in its imagery. But I really, really, really love this deck. This one was one that really took me by surprise. I was not expecting to enjoy it as much as I did. And then it kind of just made its way, and I was completely taken back by it. I think it is really, really beautiful. Although it does have like obviously some nudity in it, the way that it's depicted, it's not sexualized, which is super cool, obviously, right? But it's also just like, if we are to strip everything down and kind of like, in a sense, dissolve the ego, this is what we're left with, right? If you are to look at the tarot through that lens. And so, yeah, this was just a deck that I was really, really into last year. I'm obviously probably still going to be working with it a lot this year, all of these decks, honestly. But yeah, it's super, super cool. Now, I will say when it comes to this list, these are not just obviously decks that were released in 2025, but they're just like the decks that I really felt called to in 2025. And so, yeah, I just felt like I should say that. But yeah, I think this is a beautiful deck. I know that it has, you know, like you either really, really like it or you don't, which is obviously super understandable. But I just really found myself called to it a lot when I received it. And I'm so happy I have it. And yeah, I have a full walkthrough of this deck too. And I'm pretty sure I have a full walkthrough of literally, I think, all of the decks on this list. So if I can remember, I will drop all that good stuff into the description box below. But yeah, this was my number 4 deck for 2025, you guys. It's stunning. And also, I forgot to mention the guidebook is written by Alice, and I've had a big, I don't know, possibly like a fascination kind of once I found out about her, and I really love the way she does tarot guidebooks and even oracle guidebooks. I might have to even just make a little video dedicated to her and her writing with all the decks that she has helped, you know, craft the guidebooks for. So yeah, this is the Wild Eden Tarot, you guys. So now we are moving on to the 3rd deck in this list, you guys. This is Jessup's Magical Tarot deck. If you are anywhere near my Instagram, you guys know my thoughts on this deck. Now, she did totally send it to me for like review. And I literally fell in love with her, like with this deck. This deck is so cool. Obviously, the creator is super awesome too. And if I can remember, I'll link her shop. But I had so much fun with this deck. This deck, obviously, it has a very, I don't know, like Halloween, autumn, witchy feel to it, but it was like it was an all-time reader for me. Like, I will pull this deck out no matter what time of year, what time of day, and I will just get some seriously kick-ass readings from it. It is super, super fun to use in client readings, which is why it's on this list, and because it's one that I reached for so much over the past year. And so, yeah, I really honestly just enjoy her artwork, and her style I think is so fun. And yeah, I don't know. I wasn't a big fan of keywords on my tarot cards until the Circle of Doors tarot. And then once I got that deck last year, I was like, okay, I'm kind of here for it. Her keywords are super fun. It makes the readings really fun and clear. And when I'm reading for clients specifically, I like to always like send them a picture of their overall spread once we're finished. And sometimes there's like keywords or whatever that I may have not mentioned verbally, but when they see them on the cards, they have like a personal association to that word. And then it kind of adds that extra layer, which I found to be really, really cool and super fun. So yeah, I really just enjoy this deck. I could honestly look at it all day long. I think it's so fun. It literally makes me giggle. It makes me laugh. And it also can get down and like dirty and bring up some more difficult themes too. It really is a deck that mirrors kind of like what your internal landscape looks like in that moment. Love the bones in here. Like I love the cauldrons. I love the candles. It's just like a bold art style. And I'm a total sucker for it. Okay, I'm going to stop here. But yes, this is the Jessup's Magical Tarot coming in at number 3. For number 2 deck, you guys, I could not have a Daniel Martin Diaz deck not be on this list because I was smitten with his decks this past year. I have the Earth Magic Tarot, and this is his like original OG deck. This is not the colored version, although I do have it and I do really love it. There's just something so delicious about the lack of color and the earth tones, and it being the Earth Magic Tarot. This was one that, again, it was sent to me for review so kindly, and I'm so appreciative because it kind of, I don't know, it kind of like changed my world. I didn't know I needed this deck. And it was just a solid client reading deck. This is another one that I will pull out at any point in time, and I can read for anyone in any situation and feel so good and reassured with the information I'm delivering. And when it comes to reading professionally, that's obviously super important. This is just my number 2 deck because I used it so much last year, and I foresee myself using it a lot this year too. It's just really, really pretty. And I will say the guidebook, he also sent me the guidebook, and it was crafted by Maria with You Lucky Devil Tarot, I believe is her name on Instagram. And her writing is phenomenal as well. And so they're both just 2 creators that I really, really enjoy and look up to. And so, yeah, I don't know. If you have this deck, the guidebook is sold separately, but if you have this deck, I would say if you've already made the investment in purchasing this deck, because it is a little bit of an investment deck, definitely grab yourself the guidebook too, because it is just one whole beautiful package when they are both together. That's at least how I feel about it. This was a really fun deck. I really love this deck. I love this 6 of Wands too. Just some of the ways that he interprets the tarot, I think, is really fascinating. I love like this faceless 3 of Wands. I don't know. And then we have our elemental symbols in the corners, which I really, really appreciate as well. It's just a good, solid, earthy. It kind of gives me like old school textbook vibes, which makes me want to study and take my time and really get to know the information that's being portrayed on the cards. So yeah, this is the Earth Magic Tarot, you guys. This is my number 2 deck. So we are getting so close to the end. I'm sure, honestly, you guys already know what's going to be next, but it's okay. We are here for the number 1 deck. You guys literally probably already know, and that's okay. I would be doing myself a disservice if I did not have this deck. As number one on this list, we all know, if you've been here for a hot minute or you're on my Instagram, you know how I feel about this deck. This is the Witch's Tarot by Chris Mattson over at Burning Paper Hearts. Again, if nudity is not your jam, or if it's something you're uncomfortable with, please skip ahead or what have you. But yeah, this is my number one deck. I purchased it last year, and as soon as I got it, I just ate it up. I don't know. This has been a real game changer for me when it comes to the tarot, and I think it's specifically his art style. I learned a lot about myself with this deck, specifically not just like the, I don't know, quote unquote spiritual side or whatever, however you want to phrase it, but like literally the art styles that I like in my decks. I didn't know that I enjoyed them as much as I do. Like portrait artwork is clearly just a heavy hitter for me. This mostly like black and gray lack of color really does it for me. I don't know. There's just so much to this deck that I really learned about myself. When it came to specifically finding out like the art that really, really drives for me. And so, yeah, I love a photographic deck. Photographic decks are probably some of my most favorite. However, this is my only photographic tarot deck on this list. So I don't know. I really, really enjoy this deck. I know some people have purchased it because they've heard me talk about it so much, and they've either loved it or they've really struggled to get to know it. And in those cases, I've had people reach out to me and I kind of tell them how I got to know the deck, and then they try it and it works for them. And it just makes me so happy because I feel like it's something that if you are the least bit interested in, like if you just are slightly intrigued by the artwork and you purchase it, I feel like there's something in it for you. This Ace of Coins though I want to get this like print from his shop and put this in my office because this is my most favorite image in this entire deck. One of my most. I also love this Two of Cups. But yeah, this is the Witch's Tarot. I don't know. It's a trip. It's such a trip, and I love every moment that I have spent with this deck this year. I could probably take you guys through all the images, but I won't. We'll stop on the moon. You guys, this was my number one deck. I am so smitten with it. We already knew that it was going to be here. I do want to say that, yeah, okay, so now that I've done my like top 5 tarot decks, you guys, I'm not going to let you down. I'm going to be coming in next with my top 5 oracle decks for 2025. And I'm really excited for that. And I feel like that one may be a bit, I don't know, I feel like it may be a bit more difficult because I literally came across so many gorgeous decks this past year. Specifically, like, yes, gorgeous tarot decks, but specifically Oracle really kind of came in hot for me, and I wasn't expecting it to. And so I acquired so many Oracle decks, and I'm so excited to kind of go through my collection and pull out my top 5 for 2025. And like I said, I feel like it's going to be a bit more of a difficult selection process than the tarot decks were, but I'm really looking forward to it. So once this video drops, yeah, be on the lookout, for my top 5 Oracle decks of 2025. But you guys, if you made it all the way to the very end, I really appreciate each and every one of you. I'm sorry I kind of disappeared for a little bit. You guys, life gets crazy. It gets hectic and YouTube falls to the back of the line. However, if you want to stay more up to date with me, I am on Instagram a lot more. So definitely give me a follow there and let's stay in touch. But yeah, I'm I'm back and I will be uploading content, and I am just so excited about the changes that I'm making to the channel this year. So yeah, I hope you guys are having an amazing 2026 so far. I can't believe we're almost halfway through January. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for choosing to spend your finite time with me, and I will see you guys again so soon. Bye.